to start at the atlas and look at her little face, okay? And in the horse, we call this the pole. So I always have the word pole in my mind. But let's take her through a couple of ranges of motion. So this is down. She goes down pretty easy. Now she really resistant going up.
Our rescue is called Animal Rescue ARRUS. We're based out of Lodi, New Jersey, and we've been in the rescue business since 2009. We take in a lot of the dogs that other people wouldn't want or other people feel like are, too medically involved. The dogs, their love is unconditional, and they're really so grateful when you're able to find them homes. And with the rehab, it's giving a dog a chance that would have otherwise been put down in a shelter. If people want to donate, they can go to www.arrus.org/donate.
So we have Ava here today, and Ava is approximately 11 years old, a Yorkshire Terrier, and as you heard Jennifer describe, she was in a cage for how long?
She was rescued from a puppy mill in Tennessee. Her story is probably the saddest. She spent most of her adult life living in a cage. She didn't know what grass was for the first 3 years of her life. It took her about 2 years to be able to walk on my grass. And she's still very skittish around new people. But with me, she's very relaxed. And one of the reasons why I foster failed her was because I feel like moving her to another home would have set her back.
8 years in a cage.
Correct.
So she's got a lot of abuse. And what's interesting to me right away is her whole rib cage is out on the left. She has a scoliosis, so the scoliosis bends right here, and that rib cage is out. And some of the things I might do with her might make her yelp a little bit, okay?
Okay.
So the first thing I want to do is just motion this. So the rib cage, what I'm feeling is it's lopsided. The ribs are kind of pushing out on the side, on the left. She also has a very pointy sternum, which you won't be able to see through the fur. But again, that might be congenital, right?
Congenital,
from breeding.
yes.
So I want to start at the atlas and look at her little face, okay? And in the horse, we call this the pole. So I always have the word pole in my mind. But let's take her through a couple of ranges of motion. So this is down. She goes down pretty easy. Now she really resistant going up. It flexes but doesn't want to extend. I have a little doggy atlas here. It's plastic, don't worry, I didn't hurt anybody. And it's just for teaching purposes. And so here, when I say the wings of the atlas, I mean these things. And the bone is down and doesn't want to come up, so I'm going to flip it up so she'll have better range of motion coming up. Now remember, she has arthritis, so this is a process, not just a single procedure, but we should at least align it, right? So I'm grabbing the wings of the atlas on both sides, and let me see if I can get a little, wait a second, got it. Let's calm her down for a second. So what I did is I grabbed it like this and I flipped it up to hopefully give her better range of motion in the up direction. So we go down. It's still a little stiff, but we got the full range of motion. Pretty cool. And just click there. Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to come down, and first let me check the space now. So there's more than one misalignment on that atlas. She's also tight on the right here. So she has a right superior, no, she also has Yeah, it's superior on the right, so I'm going to pull that down too. So I grab the atlas. Nope, didn't get it. Got it. Now I'm going to come down. She's got a lot of misalignments on the neck. And I'm going to come down and see what else I can find. Okay. So she's got C2 on the right. I'm going to laterally flex. Got it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick her legs up and look at her leg length. And they're pretty even, so let's let her look at this. So I'm going to pick her up, moving her from a quadrupedal stance to a bipedal, and it looks a little short on the left, but it's hard to say. So I'm going to have you, Jennifer, flex her head this way, so you're going to turn it all the way this way, and then all the way that way. So we'll call this left, and then I'll say turn it right. So if anything, that looks pretty even. Okay, so turn all the way to the right now. It's a little more resistant that way too. Yeah, that's the bad side. All right, so we got to do a little more work. Turn around. Okay, let's try it again. And turn it to the right. Okay, and back to center. So let me take it through a little bit of range of motion now too. Got it. A little bit at C5. Now we're going to come down the back. And I'm going through the thoracics. There's one here. And you can feel this yourself. Put your little fingertip there. I'm like talking to you like that. Put your little fingertip here. Sorry, I didn't mean that way.
That's okay.
All right, now I'm going to stabilize underneath, and I'm going to adjust that now, okay? So that one is high on the right. I have to get on that side, okay?
Switch.
So we're going to switch sides. Got it. Feel it's gone. So it's slightly right of center, and it was like a little BB there.
Right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of gone. Yeah, it's gone. Here's another one here. Okay, and now we're at the sacral base. So there's two bumps here, the tuber sacralis, where the sacrum meets the ilium, and she's really small, so I gotta get in there in the middle. It's a very small space. No, missed it. Sorry, babe. Got it. Now I'm gonna lift the leg into a little doggy arabesque. That one moves nicely. That one moves pretty good too. Let's check the tail, the sacral apex. Now let's go back to that rib cage. We're going to switch sides again, okay? We do this on a horse too. We can move that rib cage. It takes two people. But so I'm gonna adjust this. Can you feel how rounded this side is?
Yeah, it protrudes.
A lot. It just bellies out. So here, I'll see if I can do it. So it's like this. This would be me center, and it's doing this. How am I doing? Is that okay? Okay. So here's the rib cage adjustment. One more. Ooh, that clicked a little. Do you hear it? Okay. Let's look at the front limb. Shoulder. Scapulars are a little winged. And every little joint. The toes. Sorry, baby. Okay. Let's bring that leg up. Bring it to the other side. There you go. Little joints. Lift that shoulder a little bit. See, this one does want to come out. Do you ever notice that on her?
No, I haven't noticed it. But I'm noticing a lot that you're pointing out.
Yeah. And there's a big old muscle knot behind that shoulder, so I'm going to be on the shoulder for a minute. Here, feel this, because that's something you could rub for her, okay? Right here is a muscle knot.
Okay.
Do you feel it?
Yeah.
So that's something we can work on a little bit together. There it is. I'm on it now. I'm going to just hold that trigger point. And now lift the arm. Now it comes up. Okay. Wow, such a great dog. I think we're going to end there. Let me just check the little TMJ. Little TMJ. A little bit on the left here. So I'm going to stabilize with the right, going lateral to medial or left to right. There, I moved a little bit. All right, boo. You're a good person. All right. You're done.
All right, so we are going to check Ava's range of motion. First thing we're going to do is we're going to bring her snout all the way down. As you can see, it goes very easily. Now we're going to bring her head all the way up to the ceiling. We're going to bring her nose to her shoulder. And we're going to bring her nose to her other shoulder. As you can see, it's moving really easily. Perfect. Good girl.